And welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Nancy Smith. She's a broker associate with First Weber. Welcome, Nancy. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
So we're talking about preparation today for sellers and buyers. What's the biggest difference between what they've got to do?
Well, the biggest difference is that a seller spends their initial stages getting the house ready. They're getting decluttered, they're painting, they're staging. They're doing all those things to make it look like they just had a magazine shoot in their house. The buyer is going to spend all their time working on their financing. So they're getting their tax statements ready and they're getting everything lined up to take to the lender to actually get pre-approved to get that loan.
So once the buyer's going, they're pre-approved, how free would you say they can be? Should they just go right up to the limit that they've got, or what would you say?
Well, that's a very good question. No, they shouldn't. Because in most cases, they cannot afford that house payment. If they really look at what their budget is versus what they're pre-approved for, oftentimes that amount varies greatly. And what you also have to figure in when you're budgeting is that your house payment is actually going to include not only the principal and interest on the loan, but also taxes and home insurance. So the actual house payment is more than what most people think it will be. And so you really have to do your homework and you have to look at your budget and tell the lender, this is really how much I have to spend, and then they'll help you back that out so you actually know how much you're supposed to be getting for the purchase price.
Good, solid tips there. Definitely want to consider that. Now, what else should the buyers consider when they're ready to start looking?
Well, another really important thing that buyers need to know is they need to have a really good idea about their down payment, and they also need to consider the type of loan that they're going to have. So if they're going to have a rural development or an FHA or a WIDA loan or even VA, their loans may require some extra things about the home condition than what a typical conventional loan would, such as if there's chipped or peeling paint, missing handrails, or not enough insulation in the home.
So now you work, I saw, primarily in Southwest Wisconsin. What's it like there right now?
Well, you know what? It's a good market, but there's still pockets. There's some markets that are very, very active, and there's some that are maybe sitting on the market a little bit longer. In real estate, we call them days on market. And so the days on market is longer for some than it is for others. We have such low inventory right now that I tell my sellers it's feast or famine. You're either going to sell right away or it'll be a few months.
It's a good thing to keep in mind. You just never know. Well, thanks so much for stopping by today. It was wonderful to meet you.
Thank you very much.
And stay tuned.